Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is also podcast Vanderpump Rules, the new class, season 12, episode 5. I honestly, can I say something?
Oh no, what?
I didn't hate this episode.
Wait, really? I'm the opposite.
I, for once, was like, I think I just finally know these people.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I know kind of what to expect. I feel safer. I feel like
I
knew what I was getting into.
Ready to defend us watching this I was ready to pitch you that this was the worst episode, but it ended where I have hope for these people. Like, I was excited by the end, but the middle of this, I was like, all right, next, get this off my screen.
I don't even remember I hated the ending. What the fuck? I was like, I don't even know how it ends. I went in my notes. I hated the ending.
I didn't love it, but I'm like, okay, there's some excitement. There's some pizzazz.
I was like, this is awful.
Why are we so opposite today? That's so funny because we were just talking to Josh Loroni Stan, about how like we need to be on the same page. I feel like we are not on the same page now.
What the fuck happened to us?
I don't know.
It's because we're in the same city, so something has to. I need to go back to New York, and then we can finally. I'm for those of you watching on video, I'm at my parents' in this like gross ass basement. It doesn't matter. Anyway, my parents' house is very clean. This room is just where we put all of our junk.
You have terrible lighting. That's why it's gross.
I look like a little Victorian boy. It's terrible. Anyway, before we get into the episode, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Patreon. All the links are in our description. And please be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. Oh, I'm getting kind of good at that 6 years later. Okay, let's hop right in. So previously on Vanderpump Rules, the new class, Marcus wants to DJ at SUR, and we all had war flashbacks. Shane keeps bringing dates to SUR to piss off Natalie, and it's not working. Chris helped Audrey move. Jason and Angelica are no longer a thing, but he's trying to win her back, which is crazy because they flirted for one whole day. Kim and Marcus are being nasty to Venus, and Venus and Marcus are no longer friends. Natalie and Kim fought at the girls' night over nothing, and then Natalie cried at a bull riding bar. I forgot how much I hated that episode. I didn't hate this one. Oh, this is so terrible. Anyway, I would like to say this is the first time I actually paid attention to the opening credits. It is aesthetically pleasing.
It is.
Maybe that's why I like this episode. I was like, oh, there's...
It was just jarring because we didn't get it in the first episode of this season. So then to know that they just completely recreated it is just like, whoa. But it's a beautiful shot.
It's
like,
aesthetically
intro.
amazing. Yeah. Okay, so we open up. Chris and Audrey go surfing. Venus washes his Mustang. Shane is at his apartment showering. And I said, what's the fucking point of that? At least like the other two, we learned something about the characters. True. I hope Shane showers. That's a weird thing to learn about him. So we go to SUR. Demi is opening up the restaurant. Lisa's here with Natalie, not to be confused with Natalie, and Guillermo. We talk about Chris behind the bar. He's doing better. The girls love him. Natalie heard that Chris is a sex worker, and Lisa's like, the fuck is a sex worker? Everything's work if you have sex. And then Natalie is basically like, I don't know, a gigolo. And I was cracking up because these old fogies have no idea what's happening.
It's funny because they're not judging him, but they're just like, I don't know what to call it, but like these are what the kids are saying here.
They can't comprehend because then Natalie says that Chris has an OnlyFans, which Lisa and Natalie are both like, the fuck is an OnlyFans? And then Guillermo's like, I know what an OnlyFans is, and they're like, the fuck?
Oh my god.
It was the weirdest
Guillermo,
thing.
Get off OnlyFans. Get off.
Don't out yourself like that. So then we find out that they're hosting a party for a Spanish movie that Guillermo is involved in. He is an actor and producer of many years and has even been called the South American George Clooney, which those two men look identical.
Whoa, I have never thought about that. But then they throw those two photos up and I was like, wow.
I do think Guillermo is hot. I just never thought George Clooney, but that's right on point. It's like perfect.
I think George Clooney also has a very, very attractive like personality in the way he speaks. Whereas we don't hear Guillermo talk a lot.
No, but like you could convince me they were related.
100%. And I think the angle in the black and white photos like helped it. Obviously, like Guillermo is like South American, so George Clooney is just a white guy.
A little whiter, but he does have a nice tan. I don't know. I was into it.
Oh my gosh, the gray salt and pepper hair.
Yeah,
the
it was right on point.
He got me.
So Lisa tells them that Marcus wants to DJ alongside McKenna, who's the current Sir DJ. Lisa doesn't want to say no because she's a sucker for a boy with a puppy's face, as we know. Natalie, though, is like, the fuck? Really? Also, what else is he going to take from us? First our sanity, and now this? He's going to be asking for your car.
And our alcohol.
He's stealing our alcohol. He's going to steal. Guillermo was like, he has to borrow my suit. I was like,
that's wild.
Marcus is crazy. Okay, so then we go to Gloss Nail Spa, where Natalie and Angelica meet up, which is crazy because last time we saw these two, Natalie was pushing Angelica at girls' night, but I guess the day after, Natalie called Angelica apologizing. So Angelica's here to give Natalie some grace. Natalie says that, you know what, if you avoid a serious conversation at girls' night, don't be surprised when she crashes out. She just wishes Kimberly had checked in on her after girls' night, but Kimberly just sent a receipt asking to be reimbursed for any drinks that she comped, which was so funny.
Oh my God, the avoidance of Kim is crazy. Like, listen, she will not talk to Natalie at all.
Here's the thing. I don't like Kim. However, I hate that I'm like, however, I think I also just don't like Natalie, or I think I don't like Natalie's behavior. However, you are with Lindsay, that's how I feel about Natalie. Like, she's fine TV, but she bothers me in a way that I can't describe. Mm-hmm. So I too, though, if she acted like this, I don't think I'd text her and be like, are you okay? The next day, I'd be like,
no. The desire for are you okay is crazy.
Okay.
However, Kim said, not now, later. So, Kim, you gotta buck up and come to the later.
Yes, but then if you said that to someone and all night they just cried, I'd be like, I don't know, dude. I think let's just cut our losses on that one.
Well, Kim needs to have like a breakup friend conversation like Venus had with Marcus.
But it's hilarious that Kim was like, hey, can you Venmo me?
Yeah, that's the only communication they've had.
Insane. Angelica basically says Natalie and Kim need a break from each other. And then Angelica shares she is nervous to go to work tonight because she has to see Jason. Because during girls' night, Jason had asked Angelica to meet up with Kim and Marcus and him after. So Angelica went and Chris was there, but Jason wasn't.
That's crazy. You spent all that time on that text and you ghosted her?
Yeah, and Angelica confirms Jason did call her and text her nonstop to take her out to dinner. Which we got the text.
Was that before or after, do we know? Like, I think, was that like an apology for not showing up? Like, I don't know. What I don't like about this cast right now is they don't understand producing a show. They need to be clear on timing and what happened when. Because right now in my head, they went to girls' night. Jason asked Angelica to come. Angelica went. Jason wasn't there. And then Jason the next day, we think, texted and called and said, let's go out?
I think Angelica reached out to Jason and said, what the fuck? Where are you? Jason has a 1-hour ride back to Marina Del Rey, so he was still up.
I understand.
I get, but he is still up, I think, that night when he receives a what the fuck text from Angelica. And he says, so sorry, I was just tired. I headed home.
Which is like,
I think, valid. She got
just
there.
Don't ask her to come.
Well,
then.
Just text her and be like, actually, I'm really tired. I'm not going to stay. Can I take you out to dinner instead? It's sounding like she got there, went, hey, where's my mans? And then he was like, sorry, after the fact.
Yeah.
Which is bad. He did text her. He said, let's go out. We can go to a restaurant. I'll take you. Angelica responded, is this you asking me out on a date? And Jason said, yes, mommy, I really wanna, 1N, see you. Will def, 2Fs, have making up to do for you, okay, XO. The producers have to be making up these texts. That is so weird.
I don't think so.
Jason is so weird, dude.
He is such an ick to me in so many ways.
Yep. So it's giving Angelica mixed signals. She doesn't want anything serious, and she still lives with her ex, which we find out sometimes they do sleep together, but sometimes her ex does sleep on the air mattress in the other room.
Which, okay, this sounds a lot better than what she said last episode, in my opinion, because it seemed like he would just sleep in her bed, but it sounds like he only sleeps in her bed when they hook up, which, like, I kind of understand.
I think he's like, hey, can I sleep here tonight? And she's like, okay. And then they're laying there and they're like, we might as well. I don't think it's like, let's hook up, let's sleep in the same bed.
I'm just saying, at least she's like banging him and getting something out of it every time he does sleep in her bed, but they're like somewhat slowly uncoupling. Like I don't think there's really going to be a relationship between those two at all.
No. However, I'm glad we got this confirmation because I do know of a couple that did break up and slept in the same bed but never hooked up. Like because he hated her so much that he was like,
okay, but I'm sorry. I would, if I was hated
like, why doesn't he sleep on the couch?
I'm more likely to just have sex with you and not sleep in the same bed and sleep on the couch if I hate you than to lay next to you all night and hate you.
She had started dating someone else, so she wasn't sleeping with her ex. But he lived kind of far, so she would sometimes crash at her apartment that they shared together, and they would just sleep next to each other.
No.
Which I was like, why are one of you not on that couch?
Because on the couch, on an air mattress.
That's weirder than not hooking up.
Agreed.
Just bang at that. Just cheat on your other boyfriend. Like that.
Okay,
I don't know.
Maybe not that, but like,
I don't know.
If there's a will, there's a way. I'm doing anything but just sleeping next to my ex every time I sleep in that bed.
Exactly. Yeah, but Angelica does confirm that the pullout game is strong, which girl,
stop.
Put a condom on.
I'm more and more concerned for Angelica the more we go on, because she's taking it from the guys, like terrible behavior, from Natalie getting pushed and then going and getting her nails done with her the next day. Like, get a backbone. I
gotta be honest, by the end of this episode, I'm unsure on Angelica.
I'm already there. I'm there at this point in the episode, and she's commenting on every one of our TikToks when we comment about her, and I'm like, girlie, I can't let up on my commentary because like your actions are very concerning.
Listen, it's not our job. It's our hobby to comment on people's lives that they show us on TV. And this is who you're showing us. Unfortunately, these are our opinions. And if you want a better edit, you want us to say nicer stuff, say different things.
Shit differently. Yeah.
It's a weird situation. You're going to come out here and be like, oh, I'm sleeping next to my ex and we do pull out games and I'm dating this short man with eyebrows who keeps screwing me over. And then I'm sad about it. Girl, I got nothing good to say at that point. I think you're beautiful and I think you could do better.
100% agree.
How about that? So we go to the gym. This was simultaneous with the nail thing, but I hate going back and forth. So Shane and Marcus and Jason are here. Jason asks how like their night went because he went back to his Marina Del Rey apartment, and Marcus is like, it was really awkward. Angelica was pissed, and Jason says he called Angelica and just said he was really tired after work, and Angelica hung up on him, which fucking duh, dude. You told her to go here and then you're not there.
I don't get him. He is such a loser. Why wouldn't you think that she would be mad when you basically begged for a second chance, told her to come out so you could hang out with her, and then went MIA?
Jason's the type of man that I see and I go, men could be lonelier. Like that, he just doesn't get that. Like he should be thankful that this girl is giving him the time of day at all, and he just keeps mistreating
fumbling
her. Because not even like looks, right? He already fumbled her. Right. And then he's begging for her back. You're lucky she's taking your call and agreeing to meet up with you. And you again do her dirty. What is going on in your mind?
There's just a lack of like basic human respect going on that I find insane.
Yeah. I can't understand it. Men should be lonelier. This man should be lonelier.
Yes, and it like goes to the fact that like, oh, men are natural born leaders. No, they're not. Look at this guy.
What's he leading? He can't even lead himself to Tom Tom to get a drink with a girl.
It's across the street.
Hello? Just meet her one drink and be like, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. I'm glad I got to see you.
That you know how like people talk about this with like friends? It's like people protect their peace out of like friendships and community, and everybody wants the community, but nobody wants to be the villager. This man is not willing to be slightly uncomfortable in order to put himself out there and like try to build something with her. It has to be on his terms, when he's cool about it, when he wants it, and he can turn down anything. But if she has any disagreement with him or like or like any pushback, it's like she sucks. She's the worst.
No,
what do
truly.
you think you are?
Get fucked, my guy.
But not by Angelica.
Angelica might think that we come hard on her. She can do better than this man. Girl.
I'm hard on her, but I tell her what I want from her.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I want her to succeid. I want Jason to fail. Jason's already failed enough for me. I don't care if he succeeds. Angelica, I want her to succeed. Stop giving this man chances. Stop giving any men second chances at this point. I tell my sister this all the time because my sister is beautiful, hot, gorgeous, amazing. I'm like, you should never be destroyed by a man. You should be destroying men left, right, and fucking center, dude. What are you doing?
It just reminds me that, like, we're all insecure at the end of the day. Like, we all don't see our value. Like, you slowly grow into that, and I think age is a huge piece of that, and, like, figuring out who you are, what you want.
Young. I forget.
Yeah. But I'm like, babe, you're gorgeous.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude.
Whether you're gorgeous or not, you should have self-worth, or, like, whatever beauty is to you and that stuff.
I have delusional self-worth. I think I'm destroying everyone I come into contact with.
That's one thing about being mid in the looks department is I have all the self-confidence because I know I'm fucking funny.
My personality's amazing.
Correct.
So imagine if I looked like Angelica. I'm a 11 out of 10.
We wouldn't have struggled, so we wouldn't have the personality and the humor we do. You know?
I think we've discussed this before, but I think if you grew up ugly, you are some of the funniest people as adults. Like, you could do anything as an adult socially, but if you grew up really pretty, you never had to know the struggle of being ugly. So you just don't know how to, you think you're like, I'll just fall on my looks. I can't do that.
And I think there's a few other facets where it, like, gives you a personality too.
This is high level. Yeah.
If you're as the youngest sibling who got bullied by my older siblings, that really put me through the ringer. I had to learn how to shine in other ways. And if you were unwanted in any capacity, because I think looks is a department of that. I think that kids who go through, like, whether it's like friend trauma, family trauma, all this stuff, that adversity is what teaches you to have, like, some self-worth and the humor piece. Like, being able to just talk to anybody because, like, somebody somewhere doesn't want you is huge.
Yeah. But now
so welcome to the unwanted club.
Yeah, I'm so delusional. I think everyone should want me in any capacity.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. I know. I get it.
What do you mean everybody should? Everybody does.
Everyone listening to this wants me. They want to listen to me. Obsessed.
Correct.
Obsessed with me.
And welcome. We are so happy to have you here.
I'm lucky back. I want to be. You're lucky for hearing me. I'm lucky that you're listening. Yeah, I love you so much. So Jason is all about Angelica. He just needs to apologize. He's like, I'll say sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get her back.
He thinks like that's enough is crazy.
So we go to Sir Marcus, and his JanSport backpack is here. Which I just thought was funny for no reason. And then Natalie's really stressed because they're doing this red carpet movie event and nothing's done bar-wise. But Lisa doesn't know because she's walking the red carpet with Guillermo and Natalie. Back at Sir, though, Jason's a little nervous to see Angelica. So he goes to make sure his hair is perfect before he asks her to talk on this bench in the it's not the back of Sir, but like in the behind of Sir. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's in Sir, but it's not in the middle of Sir. So Jason apologizes for the first time and they talk. Like, Jason apologizes for the first time that they talked on the bench in the actual back of Sir. He's like, sorry that happened. I didn't mean to insult you and call you clingy, although clingy is not a bad thing. I like when girls are clingy. And Angelica is like, I don't know, I just thought you were cool, and then, like, you kind of sucked. And Jason's like, I'm just really stressed because I really like you a lot. And they agree to getting to know each other better. And then Jason asks Angelica out on a martial arts date. And Angelica's just really excited. She's into Jason. He has a little puppy dog face.
It's weird. Jason clearly does not have, like, game with girls, and, like, that's totally fine. But he has this facade and this online presence that he's this, like, suave, hot guy. And so to watch his actual life to be the complete opposite is kind of funny to me. I'm like, this is so awkward.
No, it was, like, a little painful to watch, but it worked, I guess. I don't know.
If we weren't filming this show, I really don't think Angelica would be putting up with this shit. Like, that's where I'm going to give her some grace. Okay. Like, it is worth the storyline to kind of be treated badly on reality TV.
I guess. I don't know.
She's getting banged at home. Like, she doesn't need this guy.
That's true. She's like more camera time, I guess.
Yeah, what else am I gonna do? Like, I'm bored and I have to film with these people, so I might as well go on a date.
She'll show off her martial arts skills. 10 out of
That would be
10.
nice. I do like to be better than most guys, so.
So, Marcus is DJing with McKenna. He is so pumped. He's got his glasses on. He's like, I'm the DJ now. Kim and Audrey are here as patrons, probably to watch Marcus DJ. Super awkward immediately with Kim and Venus, that Kim has to walk away. Venus doesn't want to fight with Kim, but Natalie tells him that Kim's kind of not worth it, dude. Don't even worry about it. But Venus really does miss Kim, and he feels like he's missing a piece of home. So he wants to talk to Kim and try and move past this. Lisa tells the DJs, Marcus and McKenna, to have their art what it needs to be at SUR. They need to read the room, okay? So maybe not club beats while people are eating their goat cheese balls. But, you know.
But also they said that they had, like, a pre-approved list from Guillermo, and Lisa does not seem happy with that either. She's like, a little bit more. Like, let's work this out.
Bad Bunny? I don't know.
That would work for me.
So Shayna's here with another date. Marcus is just pumped to be DJing. His dream is to DJ around the world, because you got to give the people what they want.
And when he said that, I was like, that's not what I want. This is not what I asked for.
No.
What do you mean give the people what they want? Never in my life have I wanted another Bravo DJ.
Also, pause, okay? Because we know what it takes to go from nothing to DJ. Because let me explain. Kyle Cook from Summer House did become a DJ after he established a great following on social media and 12 different companies that never worked out, you know? But
okay, whoa. I will give him some credit. Most of those companies did work out.
Let me shit on men, Meredith. Anyway, James, though, started being a DJ when he really had nothing and no following, and he worked very hard many years at SUR to eventually get his following, and now he does go some places to DJ. I don't know if he still is after his whole breakup, but I'm sure he is still something. Marcus wants to be like, I have 5 minutes on a reality TV show that was built off the backs of other people. I could be a DJ immediately. No, you can't, sir. You're not even fully DJing, SUR. You're next to McKenna.
You're the assistant DJ. Like,
you're the
what?
bar back. You're the bar back.
You're the DJ back. Like, you're just there for vibes and to, like, suggest a song every once in a while.
Oh,
like, what? This is the worst version of a Bravo DJ of my life, because you're right. Like, despite my dislike of who James is, he did hustle and build that DJ career. And Kyle did build his identity on reality TV for 10 years and also does love music and went to classes for it. Like, that's how you know he's legit or, like, cares about it.
He cares.
Marcus is like, me and my dad bonded over music, so, like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Marcus is wearing sunglasses. He can't even see the DJ booth. He doesn't know what's playing.
No, he
like,
doesn't.
What
he
is
doesn't
happening?
He does not know what's going on, whether he had the sunglasses on or not.
Show me Marcus in his apartment trying to figure out mixes, okay?
Yes, that.
Till I see that, I think he's
I'm not
press
taking
and
this
play.
seriously.
Yeah, I don't think so. So Venus asked Kim to go talk. They go to the back of SUR where there are tables and chairs. I've never been more excited. So Venus starts talking, but then Marcus interrupts with a cig and his sunglasses and McKenna.
What the fuck? No, it wasn't McKenna. It was Shane and that girl.
Oh, even better. It was Shane and his rando. Yeah. So Kim tells him, though, now is not the time. Go back inside. And Marcus is like, I kind of just wanted to go to that awkward bench. And Kim is like, no, not here,
I appreciate
not
that.
now. Yeah, shout out. So Venus says it's been really hard not talking to Kim. He wants to move forward with her. Kim feels afraid to trust Venus right now, and she doesn't want to feel that way. Venus knows he lashed out about Kim's clown-ass relationship, but he says he'll never talk to Kim like that again. Kim starts crying. She feels like she was vulnerable with Venus and loved Venus the most, but is questioning if their friendship was even real, to which Venus says he was kind of their the plus one in their relationship. Or no, wait, sorry. Kim says that Venus was the plus one in their relationship, especially if Kim and Marcus ever got in a fight, which I said, that right there is your problem, girl.
Yes.
That was the problem. He should be your friend, not a plus one to your relationship that you can vent to when you fight with your boyfriend.
The fact that that's the number one thing she said he is to them is crazy.
Yeah.
And when he says, I don't want that, they immediately turn on him.
Yeah. So, yeah, Venus does say to Kim, he doesn't feel like he did anything except express his feelings, and he was angry with them. But Kim and Marcus actually did things that made Venus not trust them. And Kim admits that that wasn't right to tell other people what Venus had said about them. And then Demi walks up and she is like, hey, there's a lot of tables. We got to get back to work. Don't we,
We can't
Venus?
do this right now.
She sucks, dude. I was like, we're finally getting on something.
I
like a
know.
real conversation. And stupid who the fuck, what producer let Demi come out here and fucking ruin this?
The only thing is, this made me remember, like, they do actually work at this restaurant, because when we were getting towards the end of the OG Vanderpump Rules era, it's like those people were not ever needed in that restaurant.
No, but go tell Marcus to get up behind the DJ booth.
So true.
And
so
grab
true.
a tray while we wait for Venus. This was finally the first, like, normal, human, honest conversation where I felt like we were getting places. And Demi is just, like, right when Venus is like, hey, you really hurt me. And Kim's like, I acknowledge that your feelings were hurt.
I know. It got...
right? Because Kim before was like, I did nothing wrong. And we're finally... Venus is going to get his apology. And Demi's like, make your $8.25 an hour. Hello.
I was very worried at the start of the conversation with Kim saying, like, yeah, but what you are to us is like the +1. You're our call. Like, you were our safe space. Like, if SUR closed down, you'd be the one we take. And it's like, okay, see, you are using him as a support, but do you support him? Like, do you do anything for him? And also, you shouldn't be just trauma dumping on this man. But I was so happy by the end, before it got fully, like, interrupted by Demi, that, like, she was coming around to say, okay, what we did was wrong to you, regarding the aftermath of kind of like the slow friendship breakup.
Yeah. So Kim says she does want to communicate with Venus more. She's not thrilled that Venus is close to Natalie because, you know, Natalie and Kim are fighting, which Venus says, like, hey, that's just where I am right now, especially because he doesn't have them as friends. So,
well, I'm like, okay, are you just looking for a reason to be mad at him? Like, that's not fair. Yes, if Venus went to Natalie and said something about Kim, understand you being concerned about his friendship with Natalie, but you should be able to trust him to have an independent friendship. Just because you suck and cannot, like, keep your mouth shut and you blab things to all your other friends doesn't mean he's going to.
Yeah. So they hug and they say they love each other, and Venus just doesn't feel like Kim fully understands what he's saying. So he's just going to meet her where she is and love her for that version he gets, which I think is very mature.
That is very mature, and I couldn't agree with him more because I do not think Kim gets it.
Nope. So then we go to jujitsu, our jujitsu date, with Professor Armin. He's here to help Angelica and Jason on their date. We learn that Angelica is a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Whoa.
And she was on the national team for 3 years. And I was like, she could destroy men mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's insane.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, you are powerful as fuck.
Yeah.
Use that in your relationships.
However, she's never done jujitsu, which is different. Listen, me as Alicia, I know nothing about martial arts. But Angelica tells us that Taekwondo is more like in the air and, like, you know, that kind, you know, more.
You stay planted on your feet and you like use your arms and legs.
To kind of fight. Jiu-jitsu is groundwork, which is probably why Jason wants to get her on this ground. So it's basically a lot of flinging Angelica around.
Which, that is crazy that this is like your first date and you're like, let me just tackle this woman to the ground endlessly.
Yeah. There was one point that he flung her and she was like, holy shit, what was that?
He showed no concern for her too. He wasn't like, hey, are you good? Did I like do that too hard? He was like, did I do that right? Should I do it again?
Her head was snapping, dude. I was like, I have whiplash watching her.
Me too.
Thank God I'm not 100-pound woman, you know, like, you can't do this to me.
No, that's the thing. He has no like regard for her.
No, she's like a rag doll. Which, like, I think the way they were doing it was one person was like doing the move and the other person was kind of the victim. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Which, like, she was the victim in that scenario, which fine. But he is like flinging her. It was crazy.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with him doing the move. I totally understand.
There was no regard for safety.
It was like, you don't have to go full force at her.
Yeah,
like, you are a stronger man just do it and like guide her body into the movement.
Yeah, it was intense. So then as he's like kind of on top of her, he wants to be honest with Angelica for the first time. When they first started talking, he was talking to someone else, but he's ended that now because he wants a fresh start with Angelica and he trusts her. And Angelica, she's a little annoyed because she has asked Jason multiple times if he's dating another person, which she said she didn't care about. She just wanted to know. And he straight up lied about it until now. And Angelica told Jason that she was still living with her ex. And the producer's like, did you tell him you're still sleeping with him? And Angelica's like, he should assume if we're living together. So I'm just saying.
I think it's different. Like, that isn't a somewhat easier assumption that you might be hooking up with your ex. And he never asked, are you sleeping with your ex? Where she did ask a direct question.
Yeah. She said, are you talking to anyone else? Are you dating anyone else multiple times? He always said, I've got options. Okay, non-committal. And she forth came with the information that she is still currently living with her ex, but is working on moving out. Right?
Yep. And I have a question. Is this whenever he calls that woman and he like ended things with like someone special, but he like realized he like needed something different. He like talked about her, like the other girl, in like a weird way where I was like
a girlfriend way.
Yes. Where I was like, if she's this special, like how do you have no loyalty to that person? Like you just meet Angelica and like are like, whatever, next. Like that also
girl.
concerns me.
Yeah, what was happening. Then Jason leans in to kiss Angelica and she straight up swerves and rejects him. And it's so awkward then because then they giggle and then she runs away. And I was like, yeah. Not that like that was Angelica's fault. Like if you want to reject the kiss, go for it. But like the whole situation was not fun to watch.
No, this guy has, again, no awareness in dating. You just told me that you ended things with someone else. Not really a sexy time to go in for one.
Especially after you just beat me up. Hello? Then we go to Chris and Jason's Marina Del Rey apartment. You know I love Marina Del Rey. It's where my girl Sheena Shea lived for many years. They are filming something for Mother's Day. This is super weird. I don't even know how to go about discussing.
Why did they include this? Because this didn't move the plot along in any capacity.
Okay, so we're going to get to like what they were telling us on the side, but their actual video is them like writing letters to their moms and then reading them on camera for, I don't know, girls to like. I don't want to know what you say to your mom.
And they had like bouquets of flowers like from the grocery store. And I'm like, you're not mailing this to your mom who's on the other side of the country.
They were like cutting out hearts out of paper.
They were like reading their notes.
This was like just absolute incompetence of like, you think your mom wants that? Go buy her jewelry like a normal son and be done with it.
But like, who the fuck is watching this? I do judge you.
This is for the
so
girls.
Hardcore.
Oh, look how sweet they are for their moms. They're not. Because then we're just going to go right into this. They shoot for OnlyFans and then they get into like their Speedos.
Wait, I thought the flower thing was also for OnlyFans.
I think it might be. But then they like do
get
actual
slutty content. Yeah.
The stuff you pay more for? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know which one you'd want to pay, like you'd make more expensive.
Because on its head, like OnlyFans, like to me, it's just like our Patreon. Like it is just a paywall like system, but like it just leans more towards sexual content because that's what it started out as. But like now, people on OnlyFans, like you don't have to be naked on OnlyFans. So I'm like, okay, is there a 2-tiered system? You get the wholesome content for $1 a month, and then like for $5 you can get the wholesome and the slutty content.
To be honest, I think the wholesome stuff is worse than the slutty stuff. I think they should make that more expensive because that's terrible.
The wholesome stuff or the slutty stuff?
The wholesome stuff should be more expensive because it's more embarrassing.
It is more embarrassing.
And like that's for the real hardcore fans that are like, I love Chris and Jason so much. I want to see them
have a really parasocial relationship with them.
I'd prefer to just see them weirdly shirtless with roses wishing me a happy Mother's Day than watch them do arts and crafts that a fifth grader would even outgrow. Like, this is for 2-year-olds. Can I just say, this is what a dad is like, hey, we got to get your mom something for Mother's Day, but I'm too stupid to go to the store and buy her something nice.
Yes.
So I'm going to have the kids just glue a bunch of pictures together. That is what these two morons are doing.
100% agree.
I'd be pissed if I was one of their moms.
But also with the OnlyFans stuff, it made me think of that guy on Southern Hospitality. I forget what his name was, but he was like the milkman.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It made me think, wow, his content is so much better.
No.
Like, why are you making me think that guy looks good?
Meredith, we are aligned, because I also thought of the milkman, and I was like, I would pay for that milkman.
That actually had some like a point of view
funny.
and like
funny.
quirkiness and like individuality. This is all awkward stuff.
Yeah, it's funny to me that he was like, I needed to stand out, so now I'm naked and I pour milk on my. I actually kind of found it incredible. I would
like more
pay
than
for
this.
That. Yeah, this is crazy. Also, to look in the camera and be like naked, like Happy Mother's Day. Yeah.
Why are we doing Mother's Day content?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why are weird family relationships such a thing? Who is on OnlyFans watching this going, wow, I really want a hot guy to tell me Happy Mother's Day?
I'm not getting naked on the day of Mother's Day. That is one day my clothes stay on. I don't know what they're doing.
That's so true.
Anyway, we find out that when they first moved to LA, they were working, grinding, living out of cars, eating ramen noodles and cat food. And Jason was blonde. Like, what a nightmare they were living. And so they really needed to make money. And they found out about OnlyFans. And they were like, this is a great thing. We can just show our hot physique and make money, I guess.
So, no.
It's all about the money. So for anyone subscribing, they don't actually care about you. They just want your money. So let's go to Shane's apartment, shall we?
Another disaster of a moment. This is why I hated this episode. We get the
thought
jujitsu,
this was funny.
We get this, the OnlyFans, and then I have to fucking see Shane.
This is kind of, but it was a lot to talk about. It was giving me a better idea of who these people are, and I can now confirm I hate most of them.
I guess it just feels like a filler episode.
It definitely is, but I think it helps build the cast as people more.
Okay, I was more excited about the cast. I was in on them from day one.
Yeah,
so I'm like, give me messy.
Yeah. This was better. So Shane, he used to get laid all the time by lying and just being hot, but now he's telling the truth and is still getting his needs met. So he is here with Kristen, a baddie he met while modeling, and he has provided wine and strawberries and then fruit punch for himself because he is sober. And he basically said the situation with Natalie made Shane insecure. So he is pumped about Kristen. So he's getting his mojo back. They start talking. Shane shares that he has been screenwriting his life story, which that's what I want. I am salivating for life story. Oh my God, I gotta know about this Bath and Body Works shooting.
We need to link up with him because he's not good at telling that story. We are great at telling stories.
I would like for him to do his thing, and then it's like, again, I think I mentioned this last episode, it's like Scary Movie where we parody it into something hilarious.
But I just need him to give me the bullet pointed facts and let me cook, let me run with this because the guy doesn't, at least in this point, from what we see, doesn't have a vision for making it a story. It's a little too personal to him, maybe.
He continues, and it could just be edited this way, but I don't know. He continues to just kind of give us little points, but he has yet to fill in anything because now he tells Kristen he got shot and he was paralyzed. He had to relearn how to walk. So we find that out, which that is interesting. But again, you're not really giving us much. So again, in my head, I am just thinking of the Bath and Body Works parking lot where you got shot by your best friend who closed his eyes and just waved a gun around.
When he said that, all I did was see him in a stretcher, not be able to move his toes.
I pictured kind of a Jason Street from Friday Night Lights where they're like, can you wiggle your toes? And he's like, okay, sir. And they're like, great job. But nothing's happening. Yeah. And then he like has to relearn to walk and his best friend tries to like win him back. And Shane's like, maybe if I learn to walk, we could be friends again. Yeah. Like
this could be part 2 or like the second half of this movie. Yeah. We've got the scene set in that Bath and Body Works parking lot.
Shane walks for the first time into court to testify, either for or against his best friend. I don't know if they're still best friends, so that's how I want to decide.
We need the details. We need the details to keep.
Yeah, I also think that while Shane is recovering, his best friend brings him a candle from that Bath and Body Works to help. I know. It's a beautiful story.
I feel like Shane is a big Bath and Body Works guy.
I think he likes a scented candle every now and again. He probably lit one on his date with Kristen, and then when the new girl comes in, he lights his other scented candle.
That's the thing. I think he likes to provide an environment, and scent is really important to him.
He's all about the experience.
That's why it went down in the Bath and Body Works parking lot, because he was on his way for those like 3-wick candle deals. And what I'm really proud of him for, again, this is made up, everybody, is that he didn't let that traumatize him into never going to Bath and Body Works again.
Ooh, you're right. And you know what? Let's just add a little bit more to the story. He was buying some scented candles to stock up because he was going to model overseas. And his best friend was trying to talk him out of it because, he was like, you're my only friend. You can't leave. Yeah. But no, then the jealous modeling game.
Oh, you're right.
The best friend was lonely.
He was
like,
right.
If I shoot Shane has to stay.
Oh my God. See, no. We're not going out of the best friend can't be cruel like that. It's negligence. It's negligence on the best friend.
You're right. Because he got scared, so he just
Yeah.
No, I love it. Anyway, Kristen wants to see his gunshot wounds, which I clocked in for. We didn't see a bunch. We saw the ones we normally see, but there are a lot of bandages.
I think it's 3 because he has
least.
No, because he has entry and exit wounds, so it'll be cut in half.
You're right. There were 3 on the back. You're right. You're right. Nice. So it was Shane that maybe got shot 3. It was 50 Cent 9 times because I was getting those two confused. We've been talking about a lot of shootings recently.
I think for this screenwrite, or writing it, we do need to level it up a bit. Maybe get to 5 because I need the intensity there. Not that 3 is not dangerous, but I'm just saying let's go to the extreme.
We can be inspired by 50 Cent. He got shot in his tongue. We could do that.
See, we already have to overcome walking. I don't think we need the speech issue too.
Oh, that's true. But how dope would that be?
I think we got to keep his face intact because he's a model and his recovery to still being a model. Yeah, we'll figure it out. The details are still in the works. Anyway, Shane says he loves to trauma dump and overshare, but the gunshot wounds work because he gets to take off his shirt, and that's why he's forever grateful for his best friend for shooting him. Now he gets laid all the time. And that is going to be the end of our movie because that is a win if I've ever heard one.
He visits his friend in prison and he's like, I'm not actually mad at you though because now I'm getting laid.
I get laid.
Yeah, we got to figure out what happened to the best friend before we
Very good point.
Because that is our other main character,
True.
Okay, so Shane gets a text from Karina saying here, and Kristen sees. Shane is like, Karina's my sister, but then he texts Karina back and says, wait in your car.
This is weird. This felt set up to me, and that's why I got pissed off.
This was terrible. Because then Shane tells us that ethical non-monogamy is making sure up front that women know that your intentions are not for exclusive commitment. But the producer's like, if you're so open with that, why didn't you just tell Kristen that Karina was coming over? Because also Kristen said, I don't care if you're seeing other people, just let me know. So Shane is still a fuckboy. Even the nice ones who go to therapy still fuck you over a little bit.
Absolutely, because I don't think girl number 1 had a problem if he ever sees another girl. It's the back to back is crazy.
Change the scent, get new strawberries, a fresh cup. You got to exchange the cup for a different cup of wine, but you keep your fruit punch.
This feels like the Bachelor Bachelorette where it's like, all right, on to the next date, next date. Like, what are we doing here?
So he walks Kristen out, and then Karina is here, his sister. And they immediately make out, which we hate weird families. This is the weirdest one.
Oh, God.
And then Shane's like, Karina loves movies. We got to go watch. She's a big fan of the first 5 minutes. And Shane has a dope VHS collection. Which, how old is Shane? He knows what VHS is, but Audrey can't tell us about Blackberries? What are the age ranges here?
I was so confused because, if he knows about a VHS, that's fine, but how do you have a whole fucking collection?
You have a collection?
And how do you have a VHS player? I don't think my family has the player anymore, but we have all of our VHSs.
Same. Same. But we don't have the player. The player never worked anyway.
That.
Who
I
would
don't want to
come
have
fix
to
a player?
rewind it.
Yeah, who would come fix that at this point? Like, once your VHS player dies, what do you do with it?
I guess I could go to, I'm sure Goodwill has one or two, but those will maybe get 1 or 2 watches out of them.
Your tape is not the quality we need it to be at this point. Probably doesn't even sync with these new TVs. How would I hook up a VHS?
What if it destroys the tape?
Yeah. It would. Probably.
It would.
The amount of tapes I destroyed in the time of VHS.
True.
Hello. So, Shane's really interesting. We should write that though into our movie.
His VHS love.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what helps him whenever he's in rehab and like learning to walk again. His family brings his VHS collection.
He can't watch the movie on DVD, but on a VHS.
This long-term bid is amazing.
I just picture him watching, like, I used to watch those stupid, like, Mickey Mouse takes all those kids to Disneyland. I was 5. And I picture him being like, I'm inspired again from my childhood. Watching these kids walk through Disneyland. I'm going to walk someday.
He built up his VHS collection because the rehab facility only had one of those TVs where it had that VHS player connected to it in his room. Like, there was no other option. So he starts collecting.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, yeah. I'm in. I'm 100% I'm in. Then we go to Angelica's apartment. Audrey is here. Angelica's back really hurts from her martial arts date.
I bet.
So Audrey, to help her, brought some gross-ass Starbucks matcha, which I'll call that one out. Starbucks is the worst matcha.
Yeah, I don't like matcha, but I really want it like that one.
No, it's terrible. I'm a matcha connoisseur, trust me. Anyway, Angelica tells Audrey about Jason cutting off this other girl that he was talking to. Angelica just wants nothing to do with Jason now. They flirted for a whole day. He made out with another girl, invites her out, doesn't show up. Does a date where he injures her. She's kind of over it at this point. So Audrey...
here's my one thing, though. Is, girly, you should have said that right then and there, because I need you to stand up to these men. That's my thing with Angelica. Say it to their face with your chest out and proud, because that man does suck. Like, don't be scared of him.
You know, at jujitsu, get the professor over really quick and be like, listen, man.
Take him down.
This date is over. Goodbye. And you leave. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, Audrey tells Angelica that Chris and Jason do OnlyFans, and Angelica is shook. She's very upset about this. Red flag. Audrey doesn't really care. Mostly because she's kind of like, I get it. Maybe I'll do OnlyFans.
Listen, I understand Audrey's take. I find it weird that Angelica is so up in arms about this when she just said she's not pursuing Jason anymore. Like, who the fuck cares any?
I'm weirdly in the middle of what they both think. Like, I feel like Audrey doesn't care. Angelica cares way too much. Yes. I kind of, if it was my boyfriend, I'd be like, I don't know how I feel. But I'm not, like, up in arms.
I don't really think I want my boyfriend doing it. But, like, if I found out that a guy I used to be interested in or, like, no longer want... That's what it is for me. It's Angelica just said she's not going to pursue anything with Jason. So why are you like, wow, this is a major red flag. For what? Friendship? I don't care if any of my guy friends did it.
I would laugh if I heard my ex flirt for a day guy did it.
I would actually find that good lore.
Yeah. I'd be like that. I flirted with a man who's on OnlyFans. Anyone subscribe?
I missed out on that being his nickname, like Mr. OF. Like, that would have been a killer name in the group chat.
So Audrey then tells Angelica that she went surfing with Chris and she slept over in Marina Del Rey. It was very PG-13, don't worry. But in the morning, she wanted to take a shower. And when she got into the shower, she was met with a penis pump. And Angelica is like, what's that?
Why does she know nothing?
Angelica never watched Blue Mountain State. Do you remember that show?
Yes.
I think that's how I learned about what a penis pump was.
It says what it is literally in the 2 words, penis pump.
No, you know what? Degrassi had a penis pump episode. Never forget. I definitely learned when I was like 7. So Audrey tells her it's to help with, to get an erection or to help with ED. And it was in Jason's bathroom because Audrey accidentally showered in Jason's bathroom, not Chris's bathroom. So Angelica is even more upset that Jason has a penis pump.
you're not interested in this guy anyways. I would be like, that's embarrassing. I'm so happy I missed out on that.
Agreed.
I have a question though for you. Do you think that he uses that for his OF content?
Yes.
And that's why he has it.
Yes. Those men took off their pants and I was like, whoa. When they were doing their Mother's Day thing, I was like, they should have just cup it or something. Like it looked not too big, but too flappy. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like it was just
because it's like right in between.
I like a bulge. I don't want to see it like flipping around in your underwear. That's crazy. Especially when I'm not paying for it. I didn't want it. I didn't want it.
I'm not paying for this. I don't want this.
If I'm paying for it or I'm dating you, then yeah, show me all angles. If this is heated rivalry, show me more dicks. You know what I mean? But I am just watching my nice Bravo show on cable. I don't know why your penis is flapping around.
Don't even give that slander about heated rivalry because they would give us tasteful dick. Like they would would make it good.
Yeah, I would love any kind of dick on heated rivalry. I crave that. I'm not craving it on my cable show like this. Hello?
No, not from these two men especially. Like, I'm embarrassed by you, who you are. You've already turned me off from you. Anything surrounding your dick, I want nothing to do with it.
Yes, with the OnlyFans, though, it makes sense. Because you have to get hard without being turned on.
Yes, that's the thing, is like, that you just constantly have to manufacture this.
Yeah, so you're like, I just gotta get hard, I guess. Right? Happy Mother's Day. There's nothing sexy about that. So he's like, I'll use my penis pump.
I just am imagining them creating all this content and the behind the scenes weirdness that they're doing.
Jason and Chris did disappear from that lady filming them and come back.
That lady filming them, Alicia, I was like, what is her job? How much is she getting paid for this?
That's almost as embarrassing as being Chris or Jason is filming them.
No, I think hers is more embarrassing.
I'm so sorry, lady.
They're getting paid more money than she is.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, lady. This is upsetting. It is. I'm so sorry. Tonight, everyone is going out to the Abbey. What I would give to be at the Abbey with the history. Man. Oh, man. I'm sad. I would hope that someone on this cast, when being interviewed about the Abbey, was like, I'm just excited to go. The things that have happened at the Abbey. I would pay homage to the old cast.
Agreed.
This is where the show died, basically.
I need somebody to, at the Abbey, do the heated rivalry club scene with the lights popping off, the music, everything.
I was like, I need someone to act out Raquel and Sandoval.
100%. Well, I mean, it's just Ilya and that rando chick, I'm guessing.
That's true.
I'm going to put that online, actually. That's actually a funny bit.
That's so funny. The only difference was Ariana didn't see it, but Shane did.
No.
You know?
Nope.
You know. Someone, though.
Allie saw them dancing.
Oh, you should just paste their faces on that. That is so good.
I'm going to make this tonight.
Meredith's so excited. Okay, so we're at the Abbey. We're going to shake some ass. Venus is going to bring his sister too. Man, I just say I'm surprised the Abbey is letting them film after what has happened on the show in their facility.
But they didn't film it. We just know things went down.
I know, but I think at that point the Abbey is like, we're already associated with this show. If I go to LA, I want to go to the Abbey and walk around and be like, is this where it happened? And if I was the Abbey, I'd be like, we are known for other things. You know, let's separate from the show.
No bad press, you know?
That's also true. Because I would be going to the Abbey either way.
Yeah.
We meet Savannah. That's Venus's youngest sibling. She's an angel in Venus's eyes, although she is living my dream because she got to hook up with Peter once.
The way Venus is like, I need to take her down a notch, that's such an older sibling thing. Of being like, you think she's a princess? She is. Let me tell you this.
That made me like her more.
I know. Well, I just immediately thought of you. But I was like, damn, girly. Damn, Peter.
One day. Anyway, okay, so Marcus and Kim are here, and they totally ignore Venus and his sister. It's basically everyone, so I'm just going to go through what they're doing. Angelica tells Jason that her back is broken from their date. And she will not let this go. She is like, fuck you for hurting my back.
He also, barely acknowledges it.
Yeah, he goes, oh, yeah, my back always hurts. You probably have a pinched nerve. She's like, I don't know, I'm getting an MRI tomorrow. this date really broke me. And he's like, do you want cheese on your plate?
He
do you want me to get you a plate
zero,
of cheese?
even if she's dramatic, which she is being dramatic a little bit about the MRI. If somebody dropped, I'm going to get an MRI, my first thing would be like, are you okay? Where does it hurt? Especially if I'm the one who did that to you.
She's like, I can't stand. And he's like, let me get you some cheese then, since you can't stand to get the cheese. He's like, I can't eat cheese. Lactose intolerant. That's it.
She goes, I'm getting an MRI. And he goes, I can't eat cheese.
Yeah, I can't eat cheese.
What?
That is so funny. And so then Angelica's like, hey, listen, I think we should just be friends. I'm feeling overwhelmed when you tried to kiss me and I'm friend zoning you. Mm-hmm. And Jason's like, yeah, cool. I'm cool with being friends. But really, he's really hurt.
Not. Yeah.
Which is, can I just say, is crazy because they have known each other for all of 14 minutes.
Agreed. And Jason, you run away at the first sight of anything getting, I don't even want to call it serious because it's just you guys hanging out and talking at a bar. Or actually both incidents would have been them talking at a bar after the pool day and then after girls' night. And he will not make that effort. So she's like, hey, no thanks. And he's like upset about it. You didn't even want this relationship to begin with. You put zero effort into this. You literally just slammed that woman onto a mat. She told you she's getting an MRI and you don't care.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't care less about this fake ass relationship. Okay. So then Jason tells Chris that Angelica friend zoned him, and Chris is like, I always got weird fake energy from her. She's probably not even hurt. Which Angelica's just being dramatic because she's like, I can't stand, but she's standing.
She is, but I do actively believe that when she stands up, she has hurts. Like I know she's probably in
30.
Pain.
I get it. I get it.
But Chris is like, she sent a picture of her at the gym. Okay, yeah, she's being fucking dramatic, but I'm sure she's hurt. She doesn't need an MRI. She probably does need to go to a chiropractor. She's fine. But let's stop with the she's sketchy.
Fake as fuck. Okay, so then Shane goes over to Angelica and they start flirting. Shane says he never approached Angelica before because he didn't want to step on Jason's toes. Angelica says his tiny toes. And I was like, whoa.
Damn, girlie.
When we went from being walked all over on by that man's tiny little toes to you destroying him in one sentence. I was like, girl.
But she would never do it to his face. And I'm not saying she needs to talk about his tiny toes to his face, but you can stand up for yourself to that man.
Yeah. So Shane always thought Angelica was hot, but he thought she was madly in love with Jason, which I was like,
again, we've known this man for 5
14
seconds.
Minutes. Yeah. And then Shane respects bro code, but Angelica thinks Shane is really hot. She just doesn't know him yet. And so everyone is at the bar and they clock Angelica and Shane flirting because those two are not subtle.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane tells Angelica that he's trying not to get too attached to anything. And Angelica says, so you're just doing anything with a pulse? And then he touches her pulse and it felt weird. I like that Shane was kind of open immediately. He's like, I'm not going to date you, but.
I think Shane is very honest. I do appreciate that with women. He is more suave than any of the other men that we've seen.
Sure.
So this is what I have to root for. I guess I'm in.
So Jason and Chris are pissed. So Chris walks over and he asks, what's going on here? And Chris tells, they're like, nothing, we're just talking. Haha. And Chris says, good luck with her. And Angelica is annoyed because what the fuck's his problem?
Chris is putting on a show. He's been on reality TV, but this is a boring show. This is not worth it. I do find it weird that Shane would immediately swoop in day of them shutting it down. He's like, oh, bro code. And it's like, oh, thank God. Get out of line. I'm next up.
I just think Shane and Angelica flirting is kind of forced. I think it's just, hey, we're two hot people.
Okay, but not as forced as Jason and Angelica for me.
Yeah, maybe. The saying, once it's below 32 degrees, it's all cold. Once it's like
I've never heard that before, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's 4 degrees or negative 10. It all feels the same at some point. That's kind of this, where it's all fake to me. It just all feels fake. I don't.
Yeah, you're
for
just
me, there's not one or the other.
Next pairing, next storyline, next whatever.
Yeah. Okay, so Chris is really pissed at Shane for talking to Angelica because bro code, which is also crazy because Jason and Angelica never dated. There is no
Yeah.
bro code here.
I don't even think they've slept together. Have they kissed?
No, because she swerved his ass.
Yeah, but like at the bar before when cameras went down, like in their real life, have they
No,
ever
because
kissed?
he made out with a different girl. They've
That's
never,
true.
these two have never kissed.
This is crazy behavior from both of them. Like Angelica was like weird with the OnlyFans stuff. If you've never kissed that man and you already said you're uninterested, and then Jason's over here like, that's my girl. No.
Yeah. So Jason yells, Angelica, fuck you, across the bar, but she doesn't
grow
hear.
up, you little baby. I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed for him the last 2 episodes. Now I'm really embarrassed
This is
for
like
him.
bad. But yeah, she doesn't hear it because she's too busy with Shane's voice in her ear.
Love.
And so everyone else besides Shane and Angelica go shake some ass. Jason immediately takes off his shirt, starts dancing on a pole. Everyone takes off their shirt, which is that what happens at the Abbey? You get shirtless?
I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't want that.
My shirt will stay on. Thank you.
Same.
But so Angelica and Shane keep flirting in the booth, and then they're like, "Oh, everyone's shaking ass. Let's go to the dance floor."
God.
So they go and they start dancing with each other, which everyone watches, and everyone's pissed off at them, and they're like, "Oh my god, how could they?" And then they have this really intense, what I felt was a staged kiss on the dance floor. This felt so fake to me.
I just can't imagine. I break things off. Not that it was really anything with a guy. And then I go and flirt with somebody else in our group and make out with them right in front of everybody.
On the dance floor. With like the camera perfectly angled
right there,
to get the craziest shot.
Agreed. Yeah. But I was like, damn, this is going to start
rivalry. This was what that felt like.
I just knew that this was going to stir some stuff up for this group, and that's the only reason I was like, okay, if this episode, at least to me, was terrible, at least we're ending with something that could like give us a jumping off point for next episode.
I guess. Well, next time on the new class, we are doing a photo shoot. Chris and Angelica get into it. Demi and Natalie are fighting in front of Lisa. Audrey and Angelica are fighting because Angelica is going to break some trust about the penis pump. So everyone's going to fight next episode, so that'll at least be fun.
They better.
All right, let's do accepted and blocked. Meredith, it's your turn to go first. Who are you accepting?
I'm going to give it to, I mean, like, nobody really made me excited, but I got to go, I guess, Shane. He's the only one where I'm like, all right, like, you're interesting and, like, you're bringing something to the table.
Damn, that was a good one. I think I'm going to go with Venus on this one. Just because of the conversation with Kim, I really liked it.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at Demi for interrupting it. Okay, who are you blocking?
It's Jason. Jason pisses me the fuck off in every capacity.
Love that. Mine's going to be Chris because I'm forever scarred over the mothers. I'd never want to celebrate Mother's Day again.
I will lose my mind if anybody ever sent me a video like this.
Send you?
Well, like, you know how, like, Cameo, like, you buy one?
Ew,
like, if
I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you a happy birthday from Jason and...
No, it has to be Happy Mother's Day. I think it's so much funnier if it's Happy Mother's Day.
I feel like she's not a mom, but can you just...
Don't tell them that.
For good time's sake.
They have to fully act out like they are wishing me a Happy Mother's Day.
She's a single mom.
In a Speedo.
She's a lonely single mom.
Post penis pump. Like, give it all.
100%. Hilarious. Okay, so that's our episode. I hope next episode will be a lot of fighting. I'm excited. Check us out on all the things that I mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. And with that, love ya.
Thanks for joining. Bye.